Wayyiqra Chapter 21. And Yahuah said to Moses, Speak to the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say to them, No one is to be defiled for the dead among his people, except for his relatives who are nearest to him, for his mother and for his father and for his son and for his daughter and for his brother, and for his maiden sister who is near to him, who has had no husband, for her he is defiled. A leader does not defile himself among his people, to profane himself. They do not make any bald place on their heads, and they do not shave the corner of their beard, and they do not make a cutting in their flesh. They are set apart to their Elohim, and do not profane the name of their Elohim. For they bring the offerings of Yahuah made by fire, and the bread of their Elohim, and shall be set apart. They do not take a woman who is a whore or a defiled woman, and they do not take a woman put away from her husband, for he is set apart to his Elohim. And you shall set him apart, for he brings the bread of your Elohim, he is set apart to you. For I, Yahuah, setting you apart, am set apart. And when the daughter of any priest profanes herself by whoring, she profanes her father. She is burned with fire. And the high priest among his brothers, on whose head the anointing oil was poured and who is ordained to wear the garments, does not unbind his head nor tear his garments, nor come near any dead body, nor defile himself for his father or his mother, nor go out of the set-apart place, nor profane the set-apart place of his Elohim. For the sign of dedication of the anointing oil of his Elohim is upon him. I am Yahuah, and let him take a wife in her maidenhood, a widow, or one put away, or a defiled woman, or a whore. These he does not take. But a maiden of his own people he does take as a wife. And he does not profane his offspring among his people, for I am Yahuah, who sets him apart. And Yahuah spoke to Moses, Speak to Aaron, saying, No man of your offspring throughout their generations, who has any defect, is to draw near to bring the bread of his Elohim. For any man who has a defect is not to draw near. A man blind, or one lame, or disfigured, or deformed, a man who has a broken foot or broken hand, or is a hunchback or a dwarf, or a man who has a defect in his eye, or eczema or scab, or is a eunuch. No man among the offspring of Aaron the priest, who has a defect, is to come near to bring the offerings made by fire to Yahuah. He has a defect, he does not come near to bring the bread of his Elohim. He does eat the bread of his Elohim, both the most set apart and the set apart, only he does not go near the veil or approach the altar, because he has a defect, lest he profanes my set apart places. For I am Yahuah, who sets them apart. Thus Moses spoke to Aaron and his sons, and to all the children of Israel.